Hello, Jim Howard here in Fort Worth, Texas. Today's date, it is uh, September 29th of 2016. This is going to be a video blog. So it's going to be a blog, but it's going to be, instead of typed out, it's going to be verbally and video presented to you. So I guess we'll call it a video blog, which is not original with me. People have been calling them that. I hear a scraping. Okay, that's it. Cover your ears up. What do we have here? There we go. Well, we had family visit. My oldest daughter and her husband visited from Washington, D.C. They were here 4 or 5 days. A really good visit. They drove down and did sightseeing and what have you on the way down. And then they left Monday morning, I believe it was, and did some sightseeing on the way back. And they made it back Wednesday night late, I believe. So they visited. Um, I was really glad because, well, want to see the family, of course. But LaDonna got to visit with Hillary, who's here from Sweden, who's been here for a year from Sweden. What was intended to be sort of a short visit, Hillary's been helping out with problems, and so they got to visit. Hillary had been in Sweden for 10 years, and I'm not sure how long it's actually been since LaDonna had got to visit with her sister. Also, LaDonna and Aaron got to visit with, I call him Jimmy. He wants to be called James, my youngest. Uh, so there was a lot of my ex-wife who lives next door and is wheelchair bound. She doesn't really have uh, much space over there for chairs or anything. So she came over in her wheelchair. James brought her over here several times, and she, uh, got to visit over here with them, with the family. So we had a nice visit. Um, Moving on. Uh, Today let's see, Amazon, so I don't know which one this is. That's not it. That's something I'd like to have. That's something I have and I need to review. It is, I don't think you're really supposed to call them spy glasses, but they're sunglasses. They're not bad sunglasses. And comes with an 8, I believe it is, megapixel or an 8 meg SD card, micro SD card. Need to review it, and I should have had it reviewed, but for some reason my uh, computer does not want to read the SD card. I mean, it doesn't recognize it when I put it, and I haven't had that trouble before, so it's always something. I need to get that taken care of. But I make some videos that people like. I like these kind of videos, walking and talking videos, or well, it doesn't have to be walking. It could just be a video where you see the city or a street or something. And I enjoy watching those kind of videos. Just if somebody has especially in some other country, has a camera aimed out at the street or something, and you see the traffic, you see the people walking by, and so I've made quite a few walking and talking videos, and I've got quite a few favorable comments and thumbs ups on them. Um, I hadn't made one in a year. I made one the other day. I forget why I made one the other day, but I did. think I was showing something. Wasn't a new camera, I don't think. Oh, I think it may have been. I've had this cell phone for 2 or 3 months, I believe. And I think I made it with the cell phone, I believe, to see what kind of video it would do. This is, oh hell, I'm not going to remember. It's a Blue, BLU, and I don't remember which model it is. I like it. Um, so I will be making with these sunglasses on. Now it just does 720p, I believe. Um, if I look down here, I'd probably see, yeah, 1280 by 720 HD, 5 megapixels. But I, okay, how did I see the video if I couldn't? Oh, I forget. I can't remember from 2 or 3 days ago. I get people to leave comments every day on videos that I made years ago. I started, well, YouTube began in 2005, and I began doing videos on YouTube on 2005, but I was doing videos and streaming video many, many years before there was YouTube. But I can't, when people leave a comment, I'll ask a question about a video that I made, and I can't remember. Uh, I can't remember the product or the camera or a a soundboard that a card that no, that was a USB one. I get a lot of comments or questions about that, and it was made many years ago, and I can't remember anything at all about it. And then there was a long time ago a cell phone that I had that I installed uh, an updated version of Android in it because the company, and I forget if that was Metro PCS or Sprint PCS or who it was, but I installed it following directions and I gave credit for somebody else who had done it. And that cell phone, I still get once a week usually, at least once a week, I get somebody asking for details or asking questions. My God, I can't believe anybody would still have that cell phone. And I can't believe that anybody would expect that you could, after all this time, that you would pay any attention to some video that was made that long ago. Uh, oh, somebody making some walking and talking videos, but I just am not going to, if I'm, which all these have been, walking down the street or in a park or something, but I am not going to, that's, I'm on public area, public street or public park, something, but I'm not going to be trying to hide that I'm using a camera, and I'm not going to be going into, I would like to, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to go into businesses. Uh, I mean, even grocery stores or the only place I'd like to take a camera, and I tried, that I would like to take a camera into would be gun shows. Uh, Not all of them, just one of them, because I would like for the public to see, not here in the United States so much, but I just like for people in the UK and Australia and places like that to comprehend, to see that you go into an auditorium and there are table after table of people selling all types of guns and clips and holsters and ammunition and knives. And not only that, but people can bring in a gun they might have to pay a like the rest of us, a ticket to get into the place, but then they can walk around with an AK-47. Of course, there'll be a police officer or a security person who'll check and make sure it's empty and tag it with something. And but you can walk around in there and say, "Hey, I have this to sell." But I would just like to for people to be able to see that. And but they don't allow any photography or any cameras in there at all. And I went in and got caught immediately. And so I'm not going to try. I wouldn't try that again since I know I I I think I figured that they probably didn't. I didn't see any signs or anything, but I kind of probably I thought that yeah they probably wouldn't want that. But they were really aggressive about it. I mean, they really don't want it, and it makes you wonder. Uh, if you went to a flower show or something or other, and they immediately pounced on you for trying to take a picture or pictures or video or something, you kind of wonder, well, but especially with this, if this is which it is constitutional. Supreme Court's ruled that people have, Americans have a right to own a gun. These people that have set the tables up some of them are licensed gun dealers, and then most of them, I think, are just collectors or people. But if it's makes you wonder why they are kind of insane on the subject of not allowing anybody to take a picture. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're afraid that somebody is going to make a video or a picture of them with assault rifles and then is going to zoom in on their business card with their address. But I'm sure, well, if they're a licensed gun dealer, I think they're required by law to have guns, a gun safe, and to have these things secure, if it's a business bar or something. But it may be home people. That may be probably that's probably the reason. Somebody's there. I'm sure they're going to have more than one gun, but they have a bunch of guns, and they're afraid that somebody's going to But hell, in the United States, I think if you decided to go out at night someplace and break into homes, I think you'd find guns or a gun in every place that you broke into. Anyway, but with these spy glasses, I'm not going to be making videos much different than what I've been making. I'm not going to be going into even a drugstore or a grocery store or something. Although I would be tempted, I wouldn't get any grocery store employee or uh, shoppers. I would go to the grocery store at a time when they were not busy, and we have one that's open 24 hours a day, and just turn the camera on in the produce department, and just so people could see uh, the vegetables that are available, and the colors, and the whole thing. I think that would be a nice, especially for somebody in another country. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm thinking that somebody in some other country would say, "Oh, they have a lot of produce there," or maybe they're thinking, "Wow, they don't have very much produce," or maybe they're thinking, "What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?" And maybe they're thinking, "I don't see any Zumbabas or Panama cuckoos or whatever." So I think that would be interesting to see. I don't think there'd be much point in going to the frozen food section and showing that, but I think the produce department might be interesting. Anyway, I'll be doing some walking and talking videos. Uh, Let me close this so I don't come back to it. No, this is not what you think it is. Get your mind out of the gutter, you people. This is an ultrasonic cordless skin scrubber. Okay, I don't know. It's around here someplace. Uh, I need to review this. This here, whoops, I didn't show it. See, it's flipping, but don't do that. Stay still. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, that's a good view of the thing. Come on down. Nope, that won't come down. This is like a little metal. I haven't tried it. Spatula or whatever. But what's kind of interesting about it, can you see? Rusty? I think that's the name. My cat. She is sleeping because she got away today. She got out and took off and wore herself out running and hiding or whatever she was doing. Well, anyway, I got this a few days ago and turned it on, and she freaked out and then she took off running. So, and I have hearing problems in both ears, so the family was here visiting, and so I went into the other room and I said, and she had run into the other room, my cat, and I turned it on and it said, "Do you guys hear anything?" And none of them heard anything, and the cat, so she can definitely hear something. I teased, I told the family, okay, I have a way to control the cat now, guy. I have a way to get the cat out of my room. So I'll need to be reviewing this. I'm not sure I'll put the review on YouTube. Some things I review and, well, I review items for, uh, on Amazon. And some of the items I review on Amazon and I put the review on YouTube if I think you would be interested. So computer stuff might go both places. Quite a few of these items would go both places. Um, I received today this. Let's see where it is. That's not it. I would like to have this. It is a great viewfinder because I had a Panasonic camera before that had one built into it. This camera does not have a digital viewfinder, but it is set up so this will fit here, but it's an extra. So if any of you want to donate to Patreon or by PayPal or something, this is $150. You might make a small donation. I want to get that and add that because this is a great camera and I don't use it very often. And I want to start using it. It's a good camera. It's a great camera. But this digital viewfinder would make it much, much better. So if any of you can afford to make a donation, only if you can afford it, only if you have extra money. If you're like me and you are poor or payday to payday or whatever, don't. But if you happen to have some extra money, uh, I've whenever Patreon started, and that is, I guess I should pull YouTube up here. YouTube, YOU. And let me see. Let me go to my, let's see, creators site. Go to view my channel. And it's right here. Pledge to Patreon. Whenever they started that, whenever it was made available, I signed up for it. And nobody has ever donated to it. I've donated to other, well, actually, I have never donated to Patreon, but I do donate all the time to people. Uh, I use PayPal. To me, that's much easier, much better. Patreon, I could set it up that with all types of, which I haven't, I could set it up with all types of things. So if you donate $1 a month, then you get access to something, or if you donate a certain amount, $50 or whatever. There are some YouTubers who are getting, like I know one person said they were getting $170 a month, and somebody else said they were getting $400 a month. Uh, but anyway, if you ever want to donate, there's a place to click. You can make a one-time donation, but I don't have anything set up to give anybody any extras because I don't hold anything back right now. If in the future I could come up with some way to give people something, but I don't. In fact, I don't even have, if somebody makes a donation, I got to go into the settings and make sure it's got my tax number and that kind of stuff, or they wouldn't even send me the money. So I don't expect anybody to donate any money. Um, I'm probably wrong. I just sort of think everybody's about to, well, at least everybody that's watching my videos, I sort of have this feeling they're in the same position I am. By the way, when I'm not sure how many of you actually come to my channel. You'll see that I have 1,883 subscribers. I have been below the 2,000 mark for, oh God, a long, long time. I just can't break the 2,000 mark. Views, I'm getting up there pretty close to 1,000,000 views, 932,000 views. But when you come to the channel, this is what it looks like. No, this is what it looks like for me. So a new visitor, this is what it looks like for a new visitor. This is what it looks like. Well, I guess it's time for me to ask you people to subscribe. Okay, so that's what it looks like for a new visitor. And let's see, for a returning subscriber, where's this view thing? Now I can't even, oh, okay. This is what it looks like for me. So this is what, if you're a subscriber, this is what it looks like when you come here. Well, I don't think it looks much different, does it? I need to come in here sometime and just work on YouTube. I need to spend all my time working on YouTube because today I got $10.50 from commission from Amazon for the last month or whatever. And I get about $30 a month commissions from YouTube. So I need to come over and work with YouTube. Did I mention? No. No? Yes. Amazon has come out with a new Fire HD 8, which is, I think they called their old one the Fire HD 8. I think but anyway. So there's a Fire, which is $50, their tablet. I had one of those, and then I decided I was going to buy this new one, so I gave away my old one, which I paid $50 for. You can get this for $89. I paid $119 for it, but I got the 32 gigabyte. They have a 16 gigabyte and a 32 gigabyte. And they've made some improvements, I guess, to this. Although my other one uh, that costs $50, I've never used it, and I'm not sure how much I'll use this one. The cameras, of course, I'm not getting it for the cameras. The cameras are not very good. But if you have Amazon Prime service, this is one of their tablets is I think a good deal because it's using Linux, but it's using it's using, let's say, Android. Android is Linux, but it's using a Amazon version of Android. And so it's designed to, in fact, if you're a Prime user, maybe if you're just registered as a user. Anyway, when you purchase this, it comes in this, bag or whatever, cardboard bag. But when you purchase it, it knows who you are and what your password is and everything. And so that's pretty neat. Although it does ask you, and then after it says, are you Jim Howard? Yes. You want to load in all your stuff? Yes. Okay. Then it does ask that one time for the password. But if you're a Prime user of Amazon, I think it's definitely, in my opinion, worth having one of their tablets because you get it's all set up and you get the music and just all of I could probably show their screen better, but so everything is all set up, and I'm not very good at doing stuff like so. And then of course you could add, they don't have the Android Play Store, but they have a their store, and there's a lot of apps and stuff that you can get. The watching the video on there, it's okay. It has two speakers on it, and the volume is okay. It sounds a little tinny, but I have a bunch of Bluetooth speakers, and I can, if I want to, I don't do really, but I can sync. Not showing up very good. Oops. And it wasn't designed to be carried around. But I can sync that through those Bluetooth speakers, which are good. They really sound good. So there's all types of things you can do, but I do recommend it to you. I'm not sure if I'll even do a review on it because they have 874 customer reviews. I don't think they need mine, not after 874. So I don't think I'll probably even do a review of it. Well, let's consider it. Well, this is not a review. So this, by the way, this viewfinder is fantastic. I thought about getting a new, even though this is a great camera. Canon has a camera, but I think it's about $400, the cheapest version. And really, I think it's like a little bit more. And for taking images, I wonder if I have that. I think I deleted it out of my Amazon. I have a wish list. I should tell you, come over here and buy me everything on my wish list. The only thing is, I put things on the wish list. I've never had anybody buy anything for me off the wish list. Unless it was years and years ago when I was maybe in Miami. I seem to think a dentist in Germany, I think, purchased a camera for me and a bicycle, I believe. It seems like that. Uh, but I put things on the wish list so I can remember them in case I want to get them in the future, or if I'm going to do a review or talk about something, I put it on the list so that I can find it to, talk about it or whatever. Although I see a bunch of these items I would like to have. Now Linux, I've got Linux here. That's another thing. Uh, I set up a second computer. I don't know if you noticed in any videos. So I put up a second monitor. Then I had a second computer hooked up with Linux. I tried within the last week, uh, Cinnamon, I think it was. And then what was the last one that I tried? And the last one that I tried was, I can't remember the name now. Uh, Looked really good. And they had icons. I liked the way it was arranged and everything. But for the first time, the a computer running Linux uh, was slow. And this was supposed to be a stripped down version of Linux that had a bunch of the uh, crap, unnecessary crap taken out of it. And I don't know what happened. I've never had trouble with Linux before. So anyway, I have these. I really don't need those. Uh, Amazon has a new Fire Stick, TV Fire Stick. It's only $40, and it's voice uh, uses an Alexa voice remote, and it looks really. You can do a search here on YouTube, I'm sure, and see people using it. It's voice, so you can say, play Game of Thrones, launch Netflix, uh, comedies, all types of stuff, and it's only $40. And I think that'd be excellent for my ex-wife who lives next door, who is uh, has to use a wheelchair to get around, and she loves television. She has her television going all the time, and I gave her years ago a Sony Play On Blu-ray DVD player, which had something like Roku built into it, and that's what she's been using. She was able to disconnect, save herself over $100 from getting cable television that she was getting. And so she's perfectly happy. She watches Netflix and Hulu and those. But she's got a remote control for the television set, a remote control for the Sony Play thing. I guess it seems like she has more, but uh, this would be great for her. So I'm going to try to talk my 40-year-old son who lives with her into buying it for her. And if he won't, I'll probably end up uh, buying it for him, see if I can find some lithium ion batteries that will explode. Just kidding. Uh, I have a Roku TV in the living room, and I have a regular TV here that has a Roku 2 unit hooked up to it. And I might buy that and do a review on it, hook it up here, and if I really, really, really like it, I could give her my Roku 2, and if I don't really, really like it, maybe I like the Roku better, then I can give her that. I am a river unto my people. That's from Lawrence of Arabia. Um, I was on my wish list, wasn't I? Oops. Store listing? No. 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 Order? No. No. Okay, I guess I got to go back. Back arrow. Come on. Okay, I'm just going to go to the wish list. If you're not going to cooperate here, these are really neat. I'm not going to click on it because, and this is more expensive at this Azu uh, Windows 10 mini desk PC. It's like this size. And apparently from the reviews that I've seen, Amazon and what have you, it's a hell of a computer and it's this size. Uh, this is, you're too close. You can't see it. That's my computer. You can't see it. I could do this. Let's hope it doesn't crash. Now you can see the computer. That's not the best place because of noise or what have you for to have it, but it was put there for a reason, which changed right away. It's because I had two computers on the desk. Uh, so that's another. This here, I'm going to go ahead and go to it. I think I was, no, I was sent one of these shotgun. Is that what they call them? To review, and this camera, which is a nice camera, it's a Panasonic LX7, but they just came out with an LX10. I I'm a poor man, but I do like I don't want to have an LX7 when there's an LX10 out. Although I think the very small changes, but one is that it does um, the LX10 does 4K video. This does 1080p video, of course, 720 and 1080p does a really good job, but I would like to play with 4K. Although if I'm going to play with 4K, I would like to. Still waiting. They AT&T dug the post out there, dug the holes. They put the fiber optic cable in the ground. They've done everything, but they haven't brought it into the apartment complex here, and they're not even saying if when you go to their site or whatever, they're not even saying that when it's going to be available. But what's kind of funny is uh, Charter, which we have service we just get internet from them, uh, and uh, we're getting 65 gigabytes down and 5 up. Is that right? I can't. Megabytes. Yeah. Um, and we're happy with that. But and I can get along just fine, except these videos that I make, and this is going to be a long one, I think. I think I'm planning on an hour or up to 40 minutes. So 2 gigabytes, 4 gigabytes or something takes 15 or 20 minutes to upload. A 4K file would be, oh my God, I don't know, would be massive. So that's why I wish AT&T would come ahead and with their 1 gigabyte down and 1 gigabyte up. Um, but what's funny now is we have with Charter 65 megabits down and 5 megabits up. And they constantly are sending things trying to get us to take, the television service and what have you, and not, going to do it. Well, they just put out a special that you can get if you take the TV service. You can get 100 megabytes down, and they don't say what up speed. I'm guessing 5. So that would be a nice little increase, which I don't really need. My grandson plays games, and he thinks he needs it, but he really doesn't. Um, I don't think. He's much more knowledgeable about, especially games, but computers and everything in general. I'm just a doddering old man. Um, but anyway, Charter now has this special they're offering to us, and I think it's because AT&T is going to be coming here soon to offer us 1 gigabyte up and down. They're offering now 100 if you take the TV service, and the price is pretty good. 170 channels, uh, free DVR service for 1 year. Um, Altogether, it's about $80. It's only probably about $20 more than we're paying now. Uh, so if AT&T wasn't going to bring us in, I hope, a gigabyte down and up, we would take it. In fact, my grandson who lives with me, he's 27. He's thinking about taking this offer from Charter because you have to pay for $26 for an install. Uh, there's no contract. You could cancel at any time. So he's thinking about taking it. And if AT&T does then come to us and say, you can get a gig up and down, he would just drop the Charter service. I don't know. Did I have a point other than? Oh, I have a app, as you know, in the. That's not it. That's not it. Well, I can show it to you this way. I have an app on the whatever they call the Apple Play Store for Howard's Notebook, and I have one in the Android Play Store, and I want to update it. So I may update I have no idea how to update the Apple one, but I want to update this. And one of the things I want to update it with is if you click on an Amazon link of mine, let's say that I blog about something or do a YouTube video and I talk about uh, this, and there's a link down at the bottom. If you click that link and go there, if you purchase that, I get a small commission. It doesn't cost you anything. I get a small commission. But if you click that, and you probably aren't going to buy it, but if you click that link, then you're at Amazon. If you go over and buy a big screen TV or whatever you buy, as long as you're logged in that way, I would get the commission. Now, I just told you I made $10 last month, so you can see that but one of the things I want to do is with this app is put a link or something in here and maybe a barcode or a code, whatever, where I don't have any around here, um, where if you could click on it, and so if you were, then hopefully some of you if you're gonna buy something on Amazon, hey, click on it, go there, then choose what you want, and then I would get a commission. Be a good way to help me out and wouldn't hurt. All it does is I want to make it where it doesn't slow you down. right now you got to, let's see. If you're not on a YouTube video, and if there's nothing underneath the YouTube video for that, you'd have to figure, okay, I'll go to Jim's blog because he's got, but I rearrange my blog so much I usually forget to put anything, an Amazon link there. But anyway, so I want to redo this and change a few things. Um, okay, statistics. On the Amazon, okay, that's not the statistics I wanted to see. Maybe the next will show it. No. Anyway, a whole bunch of you have, I forget how many, is it 77 people have installed the app from Android app? I'm not sure. I'm messing with my blogs all the time. I've deleted a couple. I did away with the totally destroyed years of on purpose messages, and I didn't import them. I'm just Amazon, not Amazon, YouTube. It has a new thing. You've probably heard about it. Right now, 8 or 10 YouTubers are testing it. It's called Community, and it's going to be uh, like Facebook and Twitter on YouTube. And when that is turned on for the rest of us, I think that I'm going to go ahead and just do away with my blog. I won't do away with Twitter and Facebook because I don't really, generally, I don't post to either one of those. When I post a blog entry, it automatically goes to Twitter and goes to Facebook. But I don't go there and put my video on or whatever. But when Google, when YouTube turns on this community function for all of us, I think I'll do away with the blog. And because, and I don't know how it works exactly, I think how it's going to work is if you are subscribed to my channel on YouTube, I will turn on the settings, I'm guessing, and I will say, let's say your name is Bill Brown. Bill Brown is subscribed to my channel. So when he comes to my channel, or you could just come to community or whatever, but when you come to my channel, you can see everything that's in the community. Of course, I think I would have that set up that anybody that came to my channel could see the community. But it will be set up that if you want to post any pictures or any blog entries or let's see, videos, images, or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what they're going to have. It'd be like Facebook, except you would know it was going here and you would know that it was going to be there. Where with Facebook, you don't know when you go there. When I go there and I see something of mine or something somebody else's, I don't know who else is seeing it. Am I the only one seeing it, or just, you just don't know. Here you would know. Now the only problem, well, we'll have to find out. Is YouTube on the community, are they going to attempt to censor things? Are they going to say that, so I don't know. If they're going to try to censor me, then that's not going to, I'm just not going to do it. Now I can understand, they of course are going to have rules, and they're entitled to it. It's their business. They can censor all they want. It's not censorship. There's not, the Constitution doesn't have it. It's a private company. They can do, it's all theirs. They can do, it's not the government. So they can do that. But if they're going to try to put some controls on me, saying that I can't say certain things or show certain things, then that's a different ball game. So the blogs may be, my blogs have been going since 1982, may be disappearing. 10 more minutes, I'm going to round it up or finish this. The Fire HD8 tablet, I recommend it. I reviewed this strobing lights, and I have another one. They're interesting. Interesting because it comes with a remote control, which I saw laying around here someplace, that responds to music or to sound and changes the lights. The spy camera sunglasses I need to. This is a nice little thing that I got. An aluminum, it's hooked up now, or I'd show it to you. Aluminum body, 3 USB 3.0 ports, and a RJ45 Ethernet in it. But I'm not sure if I made a video on that or not. That may have been a video that was just on Amazon. There wasn't any increased speed going into the wired thing from what I get already. Well, it was slightly better on, I tried 2 different computers, and I tested the upload and the download speeds on both, and there was a but it was so insignificantly that it doesn't matter. This flashlight, it's over there. Hang on. Well, we only got 8 minutes to go, I think, so. Really nice flashlight. $46 though, but really bright. Has some settings. Really nice. I gave this away. A high definition 8-inch monitor. 8-inch monitor. High definition, $70. This here outside, I haven't set it up yet, reviewed it. You can, let's see. Let's see. I posted the link someplace, but hit end. Okay. If you go to the bottom here of my, I think you click on Amazon profile. You can see all of the reviews that I have done. And there are a bunch of them. A whole lot. Many, many, many. But you can follow me. You can click on, where did I see that? Someplace. You can click on follow me and then see the reviews that I'm doing. Amazon ranks their reviewers, gives them a rating, and I'm in the top 10,000. I'm at 7,374, so there's 7,373 people above me that are better than me. But when I started, I think I was like 18,000 on the list. Well, the first time, not when I started, but the first time I knew they had a ranking and that I looked, I was 18,000. I don't think this link here is, yes it is. I've got so many links. I was going to say I didn't think this BBS 19, okay, it's designed to kick over. Okay, I've got them redirect set up. I got so many redirects set up. I've got so many domain names. If I do away with my blogs, I can let some of those domain names just expire. And I use 2 hosting companies. I can probably shut them down. I can save a few dollars. Anyway, I want to thank you for, uh, wait a minute. I was going to show you my wish list because it jogs my memory about stuff. Okay. Oh, this camera does not have a audio input, and so I can't plug a microphone into it, an external microphone. And I really would like to do that. But Canon has a camera that's, I don't think it's as good, except, well, the video is good, uh, but it has a screen that switches up for selfies, and that would be such a great help. But also, the screen goes out, so you can look down and take your pictures. And I've been taking pictures all my life. I've been interested in photography all my life, and of all the cameras that I've had, and I've had a lot of them, my favorite was the twin lens reflex camera where you have two lenses and you look down through and the used 120 or 240 film and you have a square format. And I loved taking pictures with that camera. And the Canon camera, and I took it off I should put it back on there and ask some of you to buy it for me. But that would be almost like having I have a tripod, but I need another tripod. I'm not even using one right now, but I have, as you see, I have two cameras also going. A few days ago, last week, I guess it was my hay fever. Uh, I'm allergic to ragweed, maybe something else, and it was driving me crazy. I didn't check. In the last few days, I've been better, so I didn't check to see, oh, this is what I want. This I do want, an ice making machine. I drink a lot of Coke and I put ice in it. The refrigerator we have here has one of those little tiny places you can put a couple ice cube trays in. But then you got to get the ice out of the damned things, and this is $130. When I lived in Miami, we had a refrigerator that made ice cubes or different kinds of ice. That was so neat. That's the first time I've ever uh, had a refrigerator with a ice making machine. This is pretty neat. I saw this on Twit, the Jesuit Padre or whatever, the Tech Padre or something. And they have, this is the small one, $55, but they have them run up to like a couple $100. But this is really neat. You could grow herbs and all types of, anyway, he has, on the Twit thing, they have a whole series where they follow, see the thing waters your plants automatically, depending on what they are. It turns the light on and off depending on what they are. It was just amazing. And no, I do not know if it works with marijuana. I do not know. I know that's what you're thinking. I know you guys too well. I need a desk, another desk in here, or a work table or something. Oh, here's that camera. And the Canon, I'm going to add it to the wish list. That way you can rush over and buy me a dozen of them. I don't like the looks of it. Canon does make good. I've had some I had the Canon G12 or something. I've had several of them. They're all great cameras. And now you can pick different lenses. So you can, it's 255 with this lens, 275 with this lens, 309 with this lens, and it's 18 megapixels. Of course, that lots of times does not matter. What matters is the size of the processor image thing there. But it has the selfie screen that goes up, and it has some other things too that make the video makes videos really good. But the reviewers say the still images are not that great. But I'd still like to try it. Okay, that's 1 hour. I thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to do a thumbs up.